What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Southside Skate Park YouTube channel, where your skateboarding is our priority. And as always, we review products before they come out, as they're coming out, and even sometimes after they've come out. So I'm stoked to be back. Hyped to get this shoe in my hands. We are going to review today the Tyshawn II in white, black, gray. This shoe is releasing June 1st at skate shops. Its MSRP is going to be $89.94. You can also catch it at southsideskateshop.com. Congratulations, Tyshawn, on your Tyshawn II. Yeah, hype, man. Let's get into it. Let's talk about this shoe. That's what we're here to do. Here it comes. Coming out of the box. Bang. So, I mean, for some people, maybe quite a few people, this might be the very first time you're seeing the shoe. In hand, it's definitely aesthetically pleasing. I like the height of the midsole. I'm liking the flexibility of this herringbone type tread. I'm liking like a little impact call out, sort of protecting your heel there. Yeah, man, this shoe is looking sick in hand. It's like a really near white, cool gray. We have like your warm gray here, kind of additional panel, the black 3-stripe from Adidas Skateboarding, the embossed, kind of stamped in trefoil leather. The sock liner is a nice fabric, so your, foot in shoe, sock to sock liner should be a nice grip, should hold your foot really nice. Let me get out the other one so we can talk about the pair. The other day, on Instagram, Tyshawn posted that tray flip over the subway train line, and his comment is, "I'm back." And, I believe that means he's ready to probably make a push. And there's just, when you've been skateboarding as long as Tyshawn and done as much as he has and accomplished so much, I think he's our 2-time Skater of the Year over at Thrasher. Something like this, like releasing a second shoe, just lights a fire under you and kind of gives you that renewed sense of, let's skate, man. It's going to be sick. So I'm looking forward to everything he's going to be bringing in the second half of 2024 and into 2025. Recently, we just had a King Skateboards Hardy's Hardware demo right here at Southside Skate Park. I'm so thankful for Tyshawn coming through, bringing the crew, and just repping and just killing it so hard. We had a huge turnout for it. So big shout out to Houston and the surrounding area and everyone who took time to come out and see Tyshawn and catch an autograph. It was a really great tour stop, and we are super thankful for him coming here like that. So let's get back into this shoe real quick here. I'm gonna bring it in and just show you some more details. It has a LIGHTSTRIKE midsole. That LIGHTSTRIKE midsole kind of creates some support and protection, but it also reduces the weight of the shoe. So if you ever felt like a Tyshawn felt heavy, which I never really heard that from any customers skating the shoe or purchasing the shoe, but if you did, this is a lighter shoe, and it's definitely, I'm holding the pair in my hand. It does feel pretty light. It has a double layered toe, so if you kind of get through this panel, you've got another layer to go before you're into your sock. As you're developing those holes in your ollie areas, flick areas, tray flip areas, just bring in the shoe goo, man. Shoe goo's always around, so catch some and just stay ahead of that wear and tear. There's some details on this shoe, like this heel cup that probably is gonna kind of help, like kind of lock you in. You have your sock liner, your upper heel, a layer of leather wrap, and then another kind of heel cup to further just keep you into that shoe and keep it acting as your foot, right? Foot to board. Stoked. And, I'm not 100% sure, but I would hope that Scott Johnston, the designer at Adidas Skateboarding, had something to do with this design. I know he designed Tyshawn's original shoe, and I want to say he weighed in on the Tyshawn Low, the second shoe. And then I would hope that they kind of kept him on board with this franchise. Here's the insole. Really nothing to it there. So young feet, you guys are all good. Go crazy with this. But for old feet, bring in that FP insole, dude. Cook it. Game changer insole is what I would suggest. I rock those, kind of help my feet a lot, especially when a shoe kind of needs a little more of an insole. But Adidas Skateboarding, you know, like in a lot of the footwear manufacturers, they are shoemakers, is what I was told like some time ago. You know what I mean? Like, hey, they make shoes, they don't make insoles, okay? So that's why we're kind of like leaving a little something to be desired on these insoles. There's been a variety of material attempted. Yeah, anyway, this is an Adidas show, so I'm just gonna kind of stick to that. So, but yeah, man, I'm definitely stoked on these. I think the price is right at $89.94. A lot of shoes that are coming to market right now are north of $100. A lot of the pro models and a lot of the things that are being developed. I think this shoe from Adidas Skateboarding, retailing after tax at just under $100 is definitely on point. And I guess we kind of probably should thank Adidas Skateboarding for keeping it, you know, in perspective financially for shops, for the customers and the skateboarders. You know, they definitely want you to be able to get your hands on this shoe. Tyshawn gets that gold foil stamping right there. In looking at the sole, I'm seeing like white, gray, and gum, kind of independent panels in the sole's molding. Man, it looks like if that gum sole has the lowest durometer, it's right there at the flick. The gray, the dark gray, warm gray, kind of herringbone in the forefoot. It's going to give a nice flexibility, but it's maybe a little harder durometer for like a little more longevity. The white right there across your arch, you know, your midfoot or like rear midfoot. I mean, potentially it's probably, again, to take that impact along with your little heel kind of receiver, that soft durometer kind of right there under your right there under your like heel bone, so you kind of avoid like bone spur. But yeah, man, I'm definitely liking these. I really could see this shoe going very far. The panels that comprise this shoe allow the designers to like crank colorways at will. We'll probably see this shoe done up in a lot of different colorways. I'm gonna bring the sole in for you so you can kind of see like a macro view of it. Just kind of wanted you to see the texture and kind of like this micro sort of beading that's going to create like that much flick, that much grip, that much flex. I'm definitely psyched to hear that the toe is wrapped twice, that you're going to go through 2 layers of toe before you kind of KO that shoe. I felt like with the low right there on that seam, I'd see a lot of people's shoes just exploded right there. And it's nice to see that they've resolved that. We're still going to have the Tyshawn and the Tyshawn Low in stock at southsideskateshop.com as the Tyshawn II kind of percolates and populates and sort of eventually like takes over the Tyshawn franchise. So I want to take a moment to kind of get out the Tyshawn Low, and then we're going to go all the way back to the Tyshawn and just kind of side by side the shoes for you guys so you can kind of see the evolution and inspiration of this whole Tyshawn franchise from Adidas Skateboarding. So let me get those. All right, here comes the Tyshawn Low. I grabbed it in a navy suede. Kind of tuck that tag in. Okay, everybody, so I'm back with the Tyshawn, you know, the original that really kind of, this is how he came out swinging. This shoe has been on our wall in, you know, 7 to 9 colorways, like at a time, like always on the wall since it began. I definitely know for a fact Scott Johnston and Tyshawn developed and designed this shoe together, which was sick. There's probably some other guys on the team or other, there's probably some other individuals on the team as well. So big shout out to them. And also then here's the Tyshawn Low. So we had the Tyshawn in market on our wall for about a year or two, and then they came with the Tyshawn Low. And the Tyshawn Low was a good shoe, and it's been having a good run as well. Both these shoes were $84.94 here at Southside Skate Park and SouthsideSkateShop.com. So this new Tyshawn II is really only experiencing like the $5, you know, upswing. And we're talking like a franchise born, I feel like this is like 4 to 5 years ago. This thing has been in market for a minute, maybe 6 or 7 years even. I mean, time flies, you know? So, but like, let's do a little compare and contrast or see them side by side. And I want you guys to kind of like comment below, you know, like, what's your favorite version of Tyshawn? Do you think this Tyshawn II is going to be better than the original Tyshawn? Do you feel like it's going to be better than the low? Do you have like, do you see anything that I'm not seeing? So yeah, let's bring in the Tyshawn II and the original Tyshawn. So the original Tyshawn had like a single piece toe that I really feel like benefited the longevity of the shoe being skated. The Tyshawn II will have 2 layers that you'll have to go through on the toe. Where the Tyshawn I kind of came up a little higher, it really wasn't a mid. I mean, it wasn't going to be ankle protective, but you know, maybe save you a little shark bite. When they came out with the Tyshawn low, and I still feel like there's an opportunity here, Adidas, to, you know, like, can we get a Tyshawn toe on a Tyshawn low where we don't have this panel here and we just bring in this toe? I'd love to see it. I think it'd be sick. I don't know what you'd call it, but yeah, side by side, here comes the Tyshawn low and the Tyshawn II. The Tyshawn low and the original, they did have that same sole, whereas now the Tyshawn II is coming with a completely retooled outsole and grip. Man, that's about all I have on this one, I think. But super stoked for Tyshawn and his success, and we hope he continues to succeed, man. Be successful out there. Keep killing it, man. Thanks so much. I mean, I know you guys are big fans. If you're liking Tyshawn, support his brands: King Skateboards, Hardy's Hardware, Adidas Skateboarding. We're down, we're backing him. And once again, man, really appreciate you stopping by a couple weeks ago. So sick. So thanks for watching. If you guys enjoy this content, make sure you like, subscribe, comment below. Which is your favorite Tyshawn? Are you gonna get the Tyshawn II? Are you gonna stick with the original? Are you just like a Tyshawn low forever? But man, I think in looking at this Tyshawn II, to me, there's no reason why you shouldn't try it. So hope you enjoy it, and I'll hope to see you next time right here at Southside Skate Park's YouTube channel, where your skateboarding is our priority. See you next time.